ーし。みんな元気かな？はいはーい。見える？ Can you see me? Do you notice anything? 気づいたかな？おはよう。こんにちは。こんばんは。みんな元気？よいしょ。はい。見えてるね。大丈夫だね。はいはーい。Look at my new look. ね、new look。そうそうね。新しく作った。So as you know, I've been practicing in my illustration, skills. And I basically applied my 2D, drawing skills to 3D. So basically I pretty much like repainted everything. And I still have a lot to do. This is still work in progress. But I pretty much repainted all the texture to make it look like like more like anime. So like I did a lot of cell shading, like anime nuri or cell look. Still work in progress, but I thought, well, this works fine right now. It's a working model. And I've made a lot of improvements, with lip sync. It pretty much works 100% now. So I've added a lot of little details. I don't know if you notice anything, but it's very different from what I had before. そうやっとね頑張ってちょっとねいっぱい塗った。Did a little painting, 3D painting by using like 2D skills. It works really well. I wasn't very confident before. 前はね全然まだまだ自信がなくて、で最近やっぱり絵を描くのめっちゃ頑張ってるから、so I'm really like practicing a lot. I'm practicing drawing a lot, so I just wanted to apply it to my model, 3D model, and now it looks way better, right? ね、前より全然いいでしょ。まだまだねやりたいことがあるんだけど、 I still have some other things that I wanna try, but it looks pretty good, I think. まあいい感じじゃないかなと思ってはい、ちょっと待ってね。チャットどこ行った？ Where's my chat? ちょっと待って、チャット見るね。ごめんね。はいはい。Radio Happy, you're here. はいはい。こんにちは。The Crazed. Oh, you're here. Nice and early today. Oh. Not like, in the middle or towards the end. Nice. ありがとね。You see, I remember many different things. I have a pretty good memory. Taki, you're here. はいはい。こんにちは。Red, you're here. そう。I changed my model, but I mean, I reworked on the model. I never outsource anymore. Like, yeah, like the good thing about doing everything by myself is that first I can take my time. But of course, if you hire somebody, of course, you will look professional, but it costs money. And what happens is that, so like you get, you know, like a model made by somebody, and then later you want to change something, and it gets a little bit annoying because they will charge extra, and then you don't get the look you want, and it's a nightmare. So I, you know, especially for my, you know, 3D, you know, model, I do everything by myself. Yeah, because I can make changes, you know, over time, and I improve it. So yeah, that's why I pretty much never hire anybody. I love doing it myself, so. そうなの。Meryl, you're here. はいはい。SN? びっくりしたね、めっちゃアニメっぽいでしょ So like, very anime look. そう、もっとねアニメキャラっぽくしたかったから頑張ったよ。誰かなありがとうねみんなね。ありがとう。他はありがとうねMerylね。I know, like, I had a pretty good model before, but I just wanted to make changes as I, you know, improved my, you know, 2D, you know, drawing a lot more, and I started to notice, like, oh, I want to change that, you know, I wish I could, you know, just do this, but it takes time. So I was actually spending a lot of time redoing it. But here we go. I can show you the new model. I'll still make new changes bit by bit. But anyway. ちょっと待ってね。はい、じゃあ今日なんだっけもう忘れちゃダメだ。今日はね結構少ないよ。So we don't really have a lot to go. 3ページくらいかな。ちょっと待ってね。これとか3ページぐらいか。4ページ3ページ半ぐらい。About 3.5 pages. 3ページ半ぐらいね。はい。ちょっと待って。なんかI get like a lot of like notifications. I just have to like kind of get rid of them. めっちゃ邪魔だから時々そんなことしてる。そう今日ははいまあ本題に移りましょうね。That's the main thing. What was it? 迷子の第39話ね。39話wow, already 39話早くないわあすごいなこれね。39th episode 早いね。 We've got 40話とあと41。そうね40話スポイラーになっちゃう。41話ここで最後なんだけど、そうだね41話で曲がねあるから。So there's a song you know it's more like their theme song なんかねテーマソングみたいなそう歌が、41話に、あって So there's like kind of theme song that they perform in episode 41, and of course I will record my own version, and well it shouldn't be too bad for that episode because I can actually keep it short. It's not that crazy as the last one. So はいじゃあ今日ね39話迷子のバンド迷子のバンド、まあ、迷子だからね。はいじゃあ始めるよ。いいかな。わかるちょっと待って。よしお茶飲んでいい？ごめんお茶欲しい。 はい。あらすじいきますね。So it tells what happens in the episode. はい。待って、こっち。どこ行った？ I have like a shortcut. ちょっと待ってね、ショートカットどこ？あった、これだ。はい。いきます。はい。あらすじ。とうとう翌日に迫ったライブ。アノンの部屋に集められたメンバーは全部読むなってね。はい。とうとうだよ。トイレの会社じゃないよ。トイレの会社。とうとうと違います。I don't know if you understand that. とうとう知ってる。日本に行ったらわかるかな？ If you've been to Japan, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. They make very fancy toilets. とうとう。ごめん。It's a different thing. So とうとう。So this one's とうとう。Finally. ね。とうとう。翌日前あったね。逆転裁判の時に翌日あったね。翌日。ね、次の日だね。翌日。If you wanna simplify, of course you can say 次の日。It's 翌日。The next day. 翌日に迫ったライブ。ねえ。So what's happening now? So ライブ。they're supposed to be, playing a show. So that's ライブ。迫る。Normally it's in something に迫る。to approach something. Draw close to something, get close to something. So 翌日に迫ったライブ。So ライブ which got close to 翌日. So like basically they've got a show tomorrow, the next day. 早っ。アノンの部屋に集められたメンバーはどうするかな？ちゃんとできるかな？アノンの部屋。これアノンちゃんの部屋。It's like an attic kind of room. 好きだよ、こういうの。ねアノンの部屋に、集められたメンバーは、そう集めると gather something。そう集められるね passive。Of course they were kind of called to Anonjan's place. They got invited to of course finish off the preparation for the show ね、明日っていうか次の日にライブがねあるから、ね、そのためにねちょっと集まってって言われたから、ね、そうだね集められたね they got summoned, they got gathered. It's weird, but they were kind of asked to come to Anonjan's place. 集められたメンバーはどうするかなね読むはい読みますよいしょボイスありなかったらやばいちょっと待ってlet me turn off my monitoring ちょっと待ってねよいしょっとできたよっしゃライブ前日ねライブ前日ね前日 of course 前の日 isn't itね、前日、ね、so the day before ライブ、ね、the show. Are they ready now? ちょっと待ってね、よいしょっと、手がすごいことになった。I've got like my iPad here, so that's why like my hand is moving sometimes. そう千早家、アノンの部屋、ね、千早家、ね、千早is Anonjan's family name. 千早家ね、千早families. アノンの部屋ね、Anonjan's room.
というわけで衣装作り手伝って。
Oh dear. She was supposed to do it by herself ね、そうだよね、一人でする一人でするはずだったんだけどね。アノンちゃん、says ね、というわけで衣装作り手伝って。I thought you're gonna finish it off by yourself. But she's asking ね、というわけで、というわけ is like a reason. So ね、というわけで for this reason, that's why. So it means that she basically tried to like, convince, in this case actually Soyo-chan and Raana-chan. And she was like explaining, oh well, I don't have the time to finish it, please, we've got the show coming up tomorrow. ね、明日ライブだし、ね、私衣装全部終わらない、ね、衣装作りまだ終わってないから手伝ってみたいな、ね。So she just explained the situation. And というわけで、ね、So ね、衣装作り手伝って、ね、衣装作り、ね、衣装 of course ね、outfit, costume 衣装作り、ね、of course it's from 作る to make。衣装作り手伝ってね、そう衣装、そういつの作り場作り、衣装作り、そう costume making, outfit making、手伝って、ね、help me ね、手伝ってテレフォン、はいね、そう well help me, help me make the outfits for tomorrow. I can't do it by myself. Help. はい。次。ともり寝てる。ともりis sleeping。ともりが寝てるこれ。
っていうか私だけで5人分の衣装なんて無理じゃない？気利かせてくれないと。
自分で言ったんじゃんこれねっていうか私だけで5人分の衣装なんて無理じゃない？気利かせてくれないとshe suggested it though ねえっていうか私だけで5人分の衣装なんて無理じゃないねえていうか well, we had ていうかというかつうかていうか so many times before, and of course depending on the condition, not condition, like depending on the context, it means one of these things, or sometimes mixed, sometimes a bit different. But let's see. So ていうか and she's talking about like, hey, it's impossible to do this by myself. I can't make, outfits for 5, So ていうか in this case is like, let me see. So not the first one, not... Second one is weird because she's still talking about making outfits. So number 3, wait, what? It doesn't really make sense because she's just like kind of explaining and, and also number 4, hang on a minute. Very close to this one, but this is more like, she kind of thought about it. She was like thinking, hey, actually, it's actually not possible. I can't do this by myself. So she kind of like, she said she would do it, but like, hey, it's actually, impossible. So like, it's very close to number 4, but it's more like, it's not like, kind of something that's done instantly, but like she's been thinking about it and like, hey, I can't really do this, by myself. She just she came to a realization. So that's that. っていうかね、like 私だけで、just by myself 5人分の衣装なんて無理じゃない無理だよ。ね、I can't even make one. If I have to, like, for example, if I have to, like, let's say, make a 3D model for 5 people, okay, that's gonna take time. For one, okay, I have to spend so much time. And imagine, So it's not about 3D modeling, but yeah, 5人分 So this one is not 分 or 分 but this is 分 when we are talking about like how much, like amount or part. And here it's she says 5人分 and 5人 so so here you put the number 2人分3人分4人分5人分 to talk about for how many people 5人分 for five of us, for 5 people 1人分だったらできるけどねif it's just for one, I guess you can do it. But 5人分の衣装なんて with emphasis 無理じゃない Like, isn't that impossible? 無理Of course, 無理 has different meanings. So here's more like, okay, impossible. Well, actually, everything fits here. So impossible and also that's too much, something being too much. And then like, okay, it doesn't really make sense. Like, I can't do this by myself. So actually, all of them combine together here. So 無理じゃない So isn't it just too much? 気聞かせてくれないと気聞かせてくれないと気を利かせる気を利かせるそう気を利かせるどういうこと気を利かせるto be considerate to think about how it would be for her to make outfits for 5 that would be too much, right? So 気を利かせるto be thoughtful, to think about her, to care about her 気を利かせるそう気を利かせる気を利かせる気を利かせてSo here she dropped 気を so it's fine 気聞かせてくれる gifting verb 聞かせてくれないといけないでしょないといけない You've got to be a bit more thoughtful like don't you care about me You've got to be more, considerate about me, my situation. Hello. 自分でやるって言ったじゃん。ね
え。やりたいって言ったの誰だっけ？
Spot on.
ライブ明日だけど。
そうだね。もう本当にその通り。Bless her. そうそよちゃん。Yeah, I totally agree. Of course she will help, later. やりたいって言ったの誰だっけ True. ライブ明日だけどやりたいって言ったの誰だっけ Who was it? Who was the one, who said, who was the one, that said, she wants to do it. So she's like, wasn't it you? So like, who was it? So like, wasn't it you who said you want to do it? It's true. ライブ明日だけど Of course ライブは明日明日だけどThe show is tomorrow. But what are you talking about? We don't have time to do that.
何するの
Raanaちゃん's wondering. 何するの Like, what am I supposed to do?
ベースにする服は届いてるからあとは布を足してアレンジするだけ。
アノンちゃん、says ベースにする服は届いてるからあとは布を足してアレンジするだけ。That's not too bad. あんまり難しそうじゃないけどね。ベースにする服は So it's not like a bass as the bass guitar, but a bass, but ベースにする服服clothes ベースにする服は届いてるから届くsomething が届くsomething arrives, something gets delivered, it's intransitive. 届く and of course 届けるis to deliver something, but in this case something が届く But here she's just using wa because this is something a little bit more specific. ベースにする服は届いてるからね、届いている、present continuous. But in this case, something is already here. So it's already, so we already have the ベースにする服. So the clothes that, you can kind of arrange.So like a basic clothes. ベースにする服は届いてるから It's already here. It has already arrived. So あとはね、あとは so talks about what's left. 布を足してね、布ね、a fabric or cloth. 布を足してアレンジするだけ。足すね、1足す1は2 1足す1は2足すね、to add something. So normally it's A に B を足す、unless it's if it's for mathematics it's different, but if we are just talking normally it's A に B を足す。だから例えばベースにするね、服に、ね、ベースにする服に、布を足す、okay? ね、ベースにする服に、ね、布を足す、okay? 布を足してアレンジするだけ、ね、アレンジする、ね、to arrange ね、アレンジするだけ、ね、easy peasy。
アレンジするのこのままでいいじゃない。
ね、アレンジするのこのままでいいじゃない。I guess she doesn't want to do it. やりたくないのかな、ソヨリン。アレンジするの Like, we can arrange this? ね、like make arrangement. More like, redecorating something. このまま、ね、as it is でいいじゃない。Like, isn't it good enough? Like, as it is, like, we don't need to rearrange anything. We don't need to redecorate it. So it looks like, it sounds like the kind of, that basic clothes is good enough for her. But Anon-chan actually wants to, add some, kind of like 布 like a new fabric. And make it more original and unique.
よくない
よくないよくない like, No, not good, but よくない But it's more like, it's not gonna be good enough. Like, she really wants to do more, designing, I guess.
間に合わないから言ってるのやるならともりちゃんも起こす
Don't. ね、それじゃん being realistic here, saying 間に合わないから言ってるのにやるならともりちゃんも起こす Tomori was asleep earlier. I mean, she's still sleeping. 間に合わないね、間に合う、normally something に間に合う、ね、ライブに間に合う、間に合わない、そうね、to be in time for something ね、or it could mean to be enough, but in this case, of course, to be in time for something, to to have everything ready for the show in this case、ね、ライブに間に合う、ライブに間に合わないね、明日までに間に合わないからそう言ってるのに I'm saying that because we haven't got enough time. We can't really make it. やるなら、ね、if we gonna do that, ともりちゃんも起こす、ね、to wake somebody up. ね、somebody を起こす。ね、not 起きる is to wake up. But somebody wakes up. ね、朝起きる。でも this one 起こす。ね、to wake somebody up、ともりちゃんも、起こす、ね、 instead of saying ともりちゃんを、saying ともりちゃんも起こす、more is used here because you know right now it's Soyo-rin and Soyo-chan and Raana-chan and Anon-chan. The three of them are here and Taki-chan's actually not here. But so Tomori-chan also, you know, so that more is just like trying to like include Tomori. So Tomori-chan mo okosu because Tomori's asleep right now. 寝てる。かわいい。
ともりんは作詞終わって疲れてるからちょっと寝かせてあげた方がいいかも。
ともりん's tired. So Anon-chan, she understands Tomori more than anybody else, I guess. I mean, Taki-chan does, but like I think Anon-chan, you know, understands Tomori more than anybody. Even, you know, Tomori's parents don't really understand Tomori well, but Anon-chan does. So, Tomori は作詞終わって疲れてるからちょっと寝かせてあげた方がいいかも。ともりんは、of course is Tomori's nickname now. ともりんは作詞終わって疲れてるから作詞、詩を作る、詩、歌詞、lyrics を作る。だから lyrics、or lyric writing。作詞終わって、作詞が終わって、something が終わる。Something ends, something finishes, which is intransitive. 何が終わる。例えば、映画が終わるとか、So the movie or film finishes. 例えば仕事が終わる。The work finishes. 学校が終わるとか。The school, my school finishes or your school finishes. なんだろう、なんでもいいよ。配信が終わるとか。So the stream finishes. Something が終わる。It does it by itself. And also we have the transitive version, which is 終える。だからbut this is more like official. You know, to finish something. So if you say 宿題を終える。It is possible to say, but pretty much nobody says it. But we just simply say 宿題終わる. Then we just get rid of the particle. 宿題 and in that case, of course, we're using the intransitive version. Nobody actually says 宿題を終えたよ. That's weird. It's possible and it's very official, but this is less often used. But in business, you know, yeah, they do actually have to differentiate the two. Well, you could just be lazy and use this for both and just get rid of particle, but that's too lazy. Something が終わる。だからね、作詞 So here, you see, lazy. You know, laziness shows here. But it's very natural. You know, as a native speaker, we do often drop が、you know, here. So 作詞が終わって、So lyric making が終わって、疲れてるから、of course, you know, lyric making, you know, ended. But of course, she means that she finished, Tomorin finished writing, you know, lyrics. 疲れてるから、疲れてるが she's tired から so ちょっと寝かせてあげた方がいいかもね。寝かせる前あったね。逆転裁判の時にね。So we had 寝かせる in ASO20 in one of the ASO20 streams. That was when なるほどくん found Mayoi-chan in the office and he had to kind of carry her to like a couch and let her sleep or lay her down. So we had a 寝かせる before, but yeah, 寝かせる to lay somebody down, or in this case it's more like let somebody sleep. Let Tomori-chan sleep, Tomorin sleep. So ちょっと 寝かせる、寝かせてあげた方がいいかも。Combining with, you know, あげる、gifting verb 手あげる。And of course, do that for her because, you know, she will appreciate that, right? So 寝かせてあげる、あげる、た方がいい。ね、た方がいい。It's better to do that. Of course, sometimes it's written in 漢字or ひらがな both are fine. あげた方がいいかも might be a good idea to, you know, let her just sleep. Yeah, she's tired.
そういえば歌詞完成したんだっけ？
それちゃんね、そういえば歌詞完成したんだっけ？ね、そういえば。歌詞完成したんだっけね、そういえば。ね、そういえば、of course, we had そういえば so many times in the past. It really depends on the context. So let me see, let me just move this part. ちょっと待ってね。よいしょ。ね、そういえば、It could mean by the way, or now that you mention it. ね、some other things, but of course the meaning you know, depends on the context. Here in this case, you know, Anon-chan was just talking about 歌詞, you know, lyrics. So that's why, so she mentioned that. So oh yeah, speaking of you know, speaking of the lyrics, soいえば in this case, it doesn't mean by the way. It means like, oh yeah, okay, speaking of the lyrics, ね、歌詞、ね、完成したんだっけね、完成する。ね、完成する。ね、完成、it's a noun, but 完成する。something が完成する。something gets completed. ね、はい。だから歌詞が完成した。歌詞が完成した。歌詞が is dropped. It's not here anymore. 歌詞が完成した。歌詞完成したんだっけ like だっけ like she's kind of like asking and kind of double checking. Oh, right. So the you know, the lyrics is you know, finished, right?
今その歌詞をもとにリッキーが曲仕上げてるとこ。
リッキー。So this is what Taki Taki-chan's doing right now. はい。よいしょ。今ね、その歌詞をもとにリッキーが曲仕上げてるとこ。はい。今、ね、now、その歌詞をもとに、something をもとに、ね、something をもとに based on blah blah. その歌詞をもとに so based on that lyrics, リッキーが曲仕上げてるとこ、ね、曲を仕上げてる、ね、曲ソングを仕上げる、ね、仕上げてる、どうしようか、ね、something を仕上げる、ね、to finish something off、to complete something、その歌詞をもとに、リッキーが曲仕上げてるとこ so they have the lyrics first, you know, Tomori's lyrics first, and then of course, you know, by looking at the lyrics, you know, Ricky, you know, Taki-chan has to, you know, write the melody and you know, finish off the arrangement. So 曲仕上げてる、ね、she's you know, just kind of finishing up the song. Of course, to you know, to fit the lyrics. 歌詞をもとに、ね、そう、ている。Of course, present continuous. Action happening now. ところis place, but in this case, it's more about, you know, telling or reporting or informing, you know, what's going on. So this is what's happening. So this means like in the middle of doing this, or currently, you know, this is what's happening. So ね、その歌詞をもとにリッキーが曲仕上げてるとこ、ね、その歌詞をもとにリッキーが曲仕上げてるとこ、ね、So like just updating what's going on. So, because I don't think Soyo-chan knew what was actually going on with Taki-chan. So, Ricky is finishing up the song, to fit the lyrics. If you don't make it fit the lyrics, it's gonna be a disaster. It will be really hard to sing, but you gotta think about the rhythm and the timing, and also certain things can't be really, how do I explain? Like, so some words cannot be pronounced with stress. Like you can't put like accents and things depending on the word and syllables, and like it's actually a little bit complicated. Anyway, I do a lot of writing too, for movies. Anyway, but recently, I'm more like I have to do more like hip hop songs. I rap, I can rap. I do like hip hop rapping a lot, and I have to write the lyrics as well, and record the vocals. But I'm not gonna reveal which movies I have my rapping on. Pretty big movies. You might recognize my voice. Anyway, so でその歌詞をもとにリッキーが、曲仕上げてるとこ、of course ところ but she got rid of it、とこ but ところ it's very common、とこ of course you can say ところ but she got rid of it. It's very ANON-chan, like keeps everything kind of casual.
今日中に完成させて持ってくって言ってたし、ともりん起こすのはリッキーが来てからにしよっか。
今日中に完成させて持ってくって言ってたし、ともりんを起こすのはリッキーが来てからにしよっか。今日中に、今日 of course today 中に、今日中に、10 it's like during today, but of course here it's more about like the deadline, it's not going to be tomorrow, but like by the end of the day. 今日中に完成させて、完成すれば完成させる causative make it finish, so of course get it done. 曲を完成させて持ってくって言ってたし、so of course talking about Ricky, Taki-chan. So this is what Taki-chan said. So 今日中に完成させ、so today, and by the end of the day, 完成させて、she'll get it done, and 持ってく、持ってく is for 持っていく、持っていく、take something somewhere, 持っていく、take, take, so 持っていく、take, 持ってく just made it short. そうね、持っていく、持っていくって、of course from this is Taki-chan's point of view. If it's spoken from ANON-chan's point of view, it will be 持ってくる. She will 持ってくる, but this is just like quoting what Taki-chan said. So, 今日中に完成させて持ってくって言ってたし、she was saying that, and ともりんを is drop, ともりん起こすのは、waking ともりん up は、リッキーが来てからそうリッキーが来てからonce Ricky comes からにしよっか from しようvolitional. Let's do that after Ricky comes back here. So because Tomori's asleep, so let her sleep for now, and when Ricky comes, once Ricky comes, let's wake her up. Then
わかった。それまで衣装作りを手伝えばいいんでしょ？
No, she's convinced. わかった。She actually does help. initially she was just like she might sound like a jerk sometimes, but it's just Soyo-chan, like Soyo-chan being like real and also like realistic at the same time, and very practical person too. So like, yeah, of course she thought it's impossible to actually finish off, making outfits for 5 people overnight. They haven't got enough time for that. So like, hey, like we don't have to do that. But she got convinced. And okay, I'll help. それまでね、until then, of course, until when? Until Taki-chan comes. 衣装作りを手伝えばいいんでしょ？ね、えばいい。ね、えばいいさ。ね、asえばいい。えばいい。talks about like suggestion, or it could be advice. But in this case, like I should. So 衣装作りを手伝えばいい。ね、手伝えばいいんでしょ？ね、でしょ、right? Yeah, so like you mean, you're suggesting that I should help you, make outfits, right? So you want me to help, right? She eventually, of course, does help every time. But, she just kind of like can't be bothered, and like she's a little bit difficult in the beginning, but she wants to help.
ベースにする服、タグの上に別のタグが縫い付けられてる。
Wonder what this is. なんだろうね、これね。ベースにする服、タグの上に別のタグが縫い付けられてる。ベースにする服、ベースにする服、タグの上に別のタグが縫い付けられてる。ベースにする服、the clothes Anon-chan basically ordered, and they arrived, and then they want to kind of rearrange that, rearrange those. So ベースにする服、タグの上にね、on the of course original tag, I guess, 別のタグが another tag が縫い付けられてる。縫い付けられてる。from new ね、new to sew。縫ね、縫い付ける。It's a combination of 縫 and つける。つける to attach something. So ね、縫い付ける。ね、to sew something on or to patch something on. In this case, to the base. ね、ベースにする服。縫い付けられてる？ I wonder what the tag says. ね、なんだろうね。
ANON TOKYO?
Here it is. ANON TOKYO. So Anon-chan wants to like make this her like a brand. So cute. Aww.
よくない？
So cheeky.よくない？ Like, isn't that good? いいと思う。やって、もっとやって。
先にやることあるよね。
Oh dear. Soyo-chan says, 先にやることあるよね。It's okay. Anon-chan is just a bit playful. Let her do that. Let her be Anon Tokyo. It's okay. 先にやることあるよね。先にやることね、things, something to do, things to do あるよね。So,よね for emphasis. So you have other things to do before that, right? Before attaching, the tag. Right. それを先にやってたんだね。She was actually doing the, before making the actual outfits. Ricky 来るかなis Ricky coming? タキちゃん coming? ね、数時間後ね、a few hours later Here comes タキちゃん。
この部屋なんでこんな散らかってんの？ソヨもトモリも寝てるし。
Oh dear. So Taki-san just arrived to the scene of not crime, but to Anon-chan's place and says, この部屋なんでこんな散らかってんの？ソヨもトモリも寝てるし。この部屋、so this room, of course talking about Anon-chan's room. なんでこんな散らかってんの？Why こんな needs fine too こんな like this 散らかってんの？散らかるね something が散らかる normally ね or just 散らかるね something gets messy or untidy そうね部屋が so if you say 部屋が散らかっている then it means you know the room is you know messy so if you say ちょっとね例えばPresent continuous, so state condition. So if you say 部屋が散らかってる、散らかっている、ね、you can drop that if you want to. ちょっと待って。よいしょっと。部屋が散らかっている、散らかってる、ね、state condition. The room is messy. ね、or untidy. ごめん、そう。state condition ね、なんでこんな、ね、この部屋、ね、この部屋、は is dropped、なんでこんな散らかってんの Why is it this messy? ソヨもトモリも寝てるし、ね、so A も B も so both of them ね、ソヨ and、as well as トモリをソヨ and トモリ both of them 寝てるし present continuous action happening now they're both asleep what's going on here
リッキーやっと来た。曲できた
sleepy アノンちゃん眠いみたいね眠そうだねごめん眠いみたいで眠そうだねはいリッキーやっと来た曲できたShe's half asleep ねリッキーやっと来たね Finally you came You are here finally 曲ねできたね曲ができたねSo is the song done? Did you finish the song?
できたけど
さすがリッキーだねさすがリッキーはいできたけどWell it's done
ならリッキー自分の衣装作ってこれ生地と糸とあとなんだっけ
She's half asleep 寝ぼけてるかわいいならリッキー自分の衣装作って Oh my gosh Ricky has to do it by herself? She just went home to do you know so much work for the song Dear ならリッキー自分の衣装作ってこれ生地と糸とあとなんだっけbut she's still up, you know, she's still awake. While everyone else just like went to bed. I think Raana-chan just kind of noodling, you know, playing the guitar because she got bored. You'll see her later. ならね、then Ricky, yeah, Ricky, 自分の衣装ね、your outfit 作って、like make your own outfit. これ生地と糸とね生地material or in this case more like cloth ね生地 or fabric or 生地 could mean dough as well if you're talking about baking like cookies or like bread ねパンとかクッキーとかパンとかどっちでもいいけどねド ね、生地例えばパン生地とかねパン生地、とかクッキーの生地とかね、it could be dough, but of course, obviously, she's talking about, making outfits, so, talking about like, fabric or cloth, or of course, material, 生地と糸ね、thread.Oh, they're hand stitching. Wow. 生地と、糸と、and あと、なんだっけ like what else? What else, do you need or do we need? あとなんだっけ she's not very, well, she's not wide awake. She's half asleep now. So she's like, oh, what else do you need? Is this enough?
後にしてそれよりメロ作ってきたから
ね、後にして like just do that later ね、talk about that later ね、それよりね、more than that メロ about melody ね talking about melody ね、メロ作ってきたから、of course メロディーを、作ってきたからね I wrote the、melody so
ともりごめん起きて
マジ起こすの寝てるのにともり asleep but Takiちゃん is trying to wake up ともりごめん起きてwakey ともりleave her alone たきちゃんともり is tired
あとそよも聞こえてるでしょアレンジするからねえ
Oh my god so different ちょっと待って全然違うじゃんこれちょっと待ってともりの時とそよちゃんの時のこのトーンが全然違う Let's compare ちょっと待ってねじゃあともり
ごめん起きて
So soft and gentle and then when it's そよちゃん
あとそよも聞こえてるでしょアレンジするからねえ
So different Oh no 全然違うじゃんよいしょたきちゃんねあとそよもそよ too 聞こえてるでしょ I'm sure you can hear me ねアレンジするからねアレンジする Of course here she's talking about arranging the song finishing of the arrangement for the song アレンジするからね We're gonna arrange the song so okay hey of course she's trying to wake her up too like hey wake up 全然違うじゃんそよちゃん is asleep Soyo's like fast asleep. Don't wake up.
そよりん起きる気ないと思う。徹夜しない主義なんだって。
そよりん I like this 主義を。そよりん起きる気ないと思う。徹夜しない主義なんだって。That's a good 主義。ね、そよりん起きる気ないと思う。ね、起きる気がない。ね、I don't think she will wake up. 徹夜しない夜を徹する徹夜するね徹夜ね徹夜夜を徹するね徹夜ね all nighter ね playing an all nighter ね just staying up all night ね徹夜するね to stay up all night 徹夜するでも徹夜しないね、徹夜しない主義主義ね、主義ね like principle policy so of course this is a little bit funny to say 主義 but just simply say そよりん徹夜しないんだって that's fine too but 徹夜しない主義 is a little bit exaggerated it's her policy not to stay up all night and she needs her beauty sleep, huh? だよね。sorry. But it's important to, yeah, stick to that. Sleeping is important. 主義なんだって。主義。ね、主義。We also use 主義 for like, let's see, something 主義. Could be political sometimes, depending on what it is, and also 完璧主義. Let's say 完璧. If you say 完璧主義, 完璧 perfect, so 完璧主義, perfectionism. And if you say 完璧主義者, that means you're a perfectionist. Anyway, 徹夜しない主義なんだって。はもう like, what are you talking about? Like, we gotta get it done.
ラーナちゃん、衣装どこまでできた？ってちょっとなんでギターケース開けてるの？
Oh dear. ラーナちゃん being ラーナちゃん now. ラーナちゃん、衣装どこまでできた？ってちょっとなんでギターケース開けてるの？This is so ラーナちゃん。ラーナちゃん衣装、どこまでできた？衣装ね、of course 衣装ができる、衣装 gets completed, but どこまでね、up to what point, up to where, so how much is done? how much did you get it done? って hey ちょっと like hey what are you doing? なんでギターケースを is dropped? ギターケース開けてるの like why are you opening the guitar case? Because she wants to jam. Well, jam with herself.
飽きた。
飽きた。I got bored. If you want to say to get bored of something, then you will need a ni. Okay, so if you say 衣装作りに飽きる。in a past tense 衣装作りに飽きた。to get bored of 例えば衣装、ごめん作り、衣装作りに、飽きた。Of course what she wanted to say is of course 衣装作りに飽きた but this is obvious isn't it because they were making their outfits for tomorrow so she just says 飽きた I got bored Wonderful. Nice work. 起きた。起きちゃった、ともり起きた。
あ、ともりん起きた。
ともりん 's up.
ギターどんだけ使ったらそんなになるの？あちこちボロボロだし、ヴィンテージ
It's おばあちゃんのギター you know? ラーナちゃんおばあちゃんwas in a band and ラーナちゃん using おばあちゃん 's guitar so one sec let me have a sip ちょっと待ってねお茶飲んでいい？よいしょよいしょよし、ちょっと待ってね。of course, アノンちゃん looks at Raanaちゃん 's guitar and notices something. ギターどんだけ使ったらそんなになるの？どんだけ使ったらどんだけ使ったら is more modern if you say that. Both are fine. 使ったどんだけ is from どれだけどれだけどれだけね how much to what degree to what extent どれだけchange to どんだけどんだけ使ったらそんなになるのbecome get like that becomes like that like so she's looking at Raana-chan's guitar and wondering like like you know, what did you do to it? ね、どんだけ使ったらね、そんなになるの？she's wondering, like, how much like you play to make it like that? Meaning it has a lot of scratches and the painting coating is coming off, and you know, it looks like an old guitar. So she's just like, hey, like, what do you do to make it like that? ね、you just play a lot, and あちこちボロボロね、あちこちボロボロだし、ヴィンテージね、ヴィンテージね、ヴィンテージ。あちこちね、部屋でボロボロだし、ね、ボロボロ、ね、ボロボロ、ね、ボロボロになる、ね、ボロボロ、ね、ボロボロになる、ね、is to be worn out, but ボロボロ、talking about something that's worn out, ね、it's so worn out, ね、you know, it's got scratches and it's got scars, and it doesn't look new. You know, the paint is coming off, and だし、and is it like a vintage guitar? In a way, yes.
おばあちゃんの。
So of course, Raana chan's おばあちゃん、she mentions おばあちゃん、おばあちゃん、おばあちゃん、several times, because おばあちゃん、you know, おばあちゃん is, you know, looking after Raana-chan. And while Raana-chan's parents are away, I think Raana-chan's parents are actually in London, and Raana-chan decided to stay in Japan and staying at her おばあちゃん's place. Because, you know, おばあちゃん loves her, and Raana-chan loves おばあちゃん too. ね、おばあちゃんの of course おばあちゃんのギターね、that's my grandma's guitar。
おばあちゃんって、そういえばピックくれた時も言ってたよね。
right そうだね。ね、おばあちゃんって、そういえばピックくれた時も言ってたよね。ね、そういえば so she remembered something. You know, since Raana-chan just mentioned おばあちゃん, like, hey, speaking of おばあちゃん, or, you know, now that you mentioned your おばあちゃん, そういえば、ピックくれた時も、ね、ピックをくれた時も、ね、so when you gave me the pick, also, 言ってたよね, so you were, you know, saying that, you know, at the time too, right? そうね。So, Raana-chan's おばあちゃん I've mentioned this before, but Raana-chan's おばあちゃん used to own a live house space, like a little, you know, venue called Space. And Raana-chan previously gave Anon-chan a guitar pick, and it had Space's logo on it. Now the venue got turned to a parking space, parking lot. So space. Also, that's where actually Raana-chan hangs out with cats too. I know too much, but space. The venue was where Raana-chan, you know, loved to be. That was her spot. You know, she wanted to kind of jam with other people, but you know, she lost the place, and but now she found a new place to be, which is this band. ね、言ってたよね。
ミラキュラスカーレット。
ミラキュラスカーレット。ね、it's the name of the band, in which Raana-chan's, you know, grandma used to, you know, play. Cute name, ミラキュラスカーレット。
ミラキュ何？
It was too much for Anon-chan. ミラキュ何？ What is it?
ライブハウスやってたスペース。
Yeah, now Raana-chan's explaining. But she doesn't really say a lot though. So you gotta kind of understand what she wants to say. ライブハウスやってた。スペース。So she was doing a live house. Of course, she had a live house. Like a live venue. She used to have a venue called Space.
一生あるって思ってた。なくなったけど。
Wow. So this is actually the first time Raana-chan actually said more about, that special place. She was just always saying like おばあちゃんの and like she didn't really tell a lot about that, place and her, precious memories and things like that. But she actually starts talking about it just a little bit. So she says ね、一生あるって思ってた。なくなったけど。ね、So, 一生ある、ね、forever あるって思ってた。Of course, 一生そのライブハウスがあるって思ってた。ね、I thought that, space, the live house, will be there forever. But, of course, it's gone. So she says, なくなったけど。ね、So, it's gone now. ね、But,
でも、居場所ってまた誰かが作るんだって。
Cute. So, this is like the kind of key line for Raana-chan, because Raana-chan was lost, like a stray cat. Of course, that's why her nickname is Noraneko, stray cat. It's a really big thing. It's more like a theme for Raana-chan. So let's see. ね、でも居場所ってまた誰かが作るんだって。That's a very good line. ね、でも but 居場所って、ね、居場所 of course 居場所いる to be 場所 place ね、so place to be or place to belong ね、so where you belong ね、居場所ってそう居場所って居場所はね is a topic で、ね、so talking about this、また again 誰かが somebody が作る、ね、somebody ね、誰かが of course 居場所を作るんだって、ね、somebody will make that 居場所、even though your old 居場所ね、the place where you used to belong is gone, there will be another one. And somebody will make another one for you. Or you find it for yourself too.
So
since Raana-chan just mentioned 一生, forever, Tomori thinks about it again.
一生って難しい。
そうだね。
すごく。
はい。一生って難しい。すごく。そうだね。難しいね。一生って、of course 一生は難しいね。It's difficult. すごく難しい。So it's very difficult.
私、傷つくのが怖くて。一生バンドやりたかった。だけど。
So, of course, previously Tomori was like 一生バンドやろう、and talking about doing the band forever, playing with everyone forever. But she kind of like, realized something about doing it, for a long time or, for forever, basically. So, she says, 私、傷つくのが怖くて、一生バンドやりたかった。だけど、私、of course 私は傷つくことが怖くて、傷つく、of course 傷つくね、to get hurt。 If it's about like products and things, of course it's it could be this to get damaged, but in this case, of course, to get hurt. To more like hurting your feelings and stuff. So 傷つく and 傷つくのが傷つくことが怖くて怖いscary. Or it could mean like scared as well, depending on what it is. So, but in this case, something が怖い。something が怖い。afraid of something. I'm afraid of something. I'm scared of something. So in this case, 傷つくのが傷つくことがnounify が怖い。I'm afraid of 傷つくこと。So I'm afraid of getting hurt. Basically, she doesn't want to get hurt. But she's afraid of it too. みんなそうだよね。Like basically, you don't want to get hurt, or like you don't want to embarrass yourself, or you don't want to challenge something that you don't know, you're not sure about. It's always scary. But then, like if you don't do anything, you don't move forward, right? だよね。So, 怖くてね。So I'm afraid of getting hurt. 一生バンドやりたかったね。一生ね forever バンドをやりたかった。I wanted to do the band forever. I wanted to play in the band forever. だけどね but
傷つかずに一生は無理。傷だらけ泥だらけになっていっぱいもがかなきゃ。
Beautiful. Right, like you can't just avoid it. So she says ね、傷つかずに一生は無理。傷だらけ泥だらけになっていっぱいもがかなきゃ。Wonderful, Tomori. Beautiful. ね、傷つかずに傷つかずに傷つかずに same as 傷つかないで、そうね、negative stem 傷つかないない negative stem plus ずに、そう傷つかずに same as 傷つかないで。傷つかない meaning the same. Without something in, so without getting hurt. 傷つかずに一生は無理。Without getting hurt, it's impossible to do that forever. Meaning that, if you're committed to do it forever, then of course you will get hurt. 傷だらけだらけ we had だらけ。when Anon-chan had a lot of bansoko, like band-aids on her fingers, Taki-chan was saying like お前の指絆創膏だらけじゃんsomething like that. だらけ傷だらけ泥だらけだらけfull of something or covered with something. So 傷だらけ傷scars, so full of scars. 傷だらけ泥だらけになって泥んこワンコ知ってるかな。泥んこワンコ Do you know the game? 泥んこワンコ I think it's free, depending on the platform. I think it's free 泥んこワンコ because that's actually made by like a team, like a trainee team at Bandai Namco, I think. So they made it for like a kind of for like a training purpose or something. And a doronko wanko is super cute. You become like a cute little dog and run around the house and make the house dirty. Doronko wanko, check it out. チェックしてね。配信でやろうかな。I might play it, during the stream, at some point. 泥is mud, so 泥だらけ、so covered, in mud. 泥だらけになって、of course she's not really literally talking about 泥だらけ. She's using 泥だらけ in the similar sense as 傷だらけ. Like of course it will get, it's not gonna be pretty. And it's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be like always beautiful. You get hurt, and maybe you say some things and that people don't like, and you might become a jerk. And but anyway, 泥だらけになって of course talking about making a lot of effort, sometimes not moving forward, and something it gets really difficult. 泥だらけになってね、なる to be なって te form ね、いっぱい a lot、もがかなきゃね、もがくね、もがくね、もがくね、もがくね、you just like struggle through something ね、or strive もがくね、もがく also the implications more like struggle, but like it's not easy, it's really hard to do something, and you're like really trying to make it work. That's もがく、もがくでもがかなきゃ、ね、もがくもがくもがかないもがかなきゃ、ね、ないといけないもがかなきゃいけない We've got to, we have to、ね、we have to もがく we have to struggle ね、we can't just avoid avoid getting hurt, we will get hurt, and it's not gonna be easy. It's not, it might be really hard. It's not pretty. It's not gonna be pretty, but we gotta try. We gotta struggle.
それでもみんなと一生バンドやりたい。何回転んでも迷っても。
Wonderful, Tomori. それでもみんなと一生バンドやりたい。何回転んでも迷っても。Of course, she tends to, flip, the word order, because she's kind of talking as she as she speaks. So, but this is it's a very common thing. It's a very natural thing, in Japanese, because we are not scripted, when we talk. It will be strange if we are scripted. So of course, she's just talking spontaneously. So, それでもね、その前なんだっけ、それでも yeah, she was saying like, we will get hurt, and like, it's not gonna be pretty. それでもね、so nevertheless, みんなとね with everyone 一生バンドやりたい、ね、バンドをやりたいね I wanna play, with you guys, with you girls, forever. I wanna do the band forever. 何回転んでも迷ってもね、何回 how many times, but here it has 何回 and demo, which is from 転ぶ、転んでも it has ても、て form, and it has 迷っても、迷ってもても. So this fits this pattern, so which is question word plus ても. Because 転ぶ te form is 転んで isn't it? 飲んで転んでも which is a te form. So question word plus ても. Of course, I said temo, but I'm talking about the te form. Depending on the word, 転ぶ in this case, the te form is de. So 転んでも and to say like no matter, and then question word. So no matter how many times in this case, or it could mean even if. So 何回転んでも question word ても so no matter how many times. 何回転んでもね No matter how many times I stumble and fall ね or get lost ね迷ってもね迷う to get lost 何回転んでも迷ってもみんなと一生バンドやりたいし switched it so, more correct order is 何回転んでも迷ってもみんなと一生バンドやりたい but that's too much That sounds just too you know this is just too long, isn't it? And also too articulate for Tomori for that, to say that. So she just says what she wants to say first. ね、みんなと一生バンドやりたい。ね、I wanna be in a band together. I wanna do the band with everyone forever. ね、何回転んでも迷ってもね、ね、no matter how many times I fall, I stumble and fall and get lost. It doesn't matter. I want to do it, with you, forever.
転んでも迷っても一生か。
So Anon-chan repeats what Tomori just said. 転んでも迷っても一生か。ね、転んで迷っても一生。She just repeated and quoted Tomori. I'm like, oh, right. Sounds good. No, she's not saying sounds good, but like, oh, wow. And she's thinking about what Tomori said and like, and feeling impressed.
あ、それだよ、トモリ。
And she remembers something. それだよ、トモリ。That's it, トモリ。
アノちゃん。ちょっと待って。ちゃんと取っておいてあるから。
Wonder what this is. ちょっと待って。ちょっとちゃんと取っておいてあるから。取っておく。ちょっと待って。Just wait. Hold on. ちゃんと取っておいてあるから。She wants to show something, and she just left to bring it back. ちゃんと properly 取っておいてある。取っておく。取る of course 取る。to take something and 取っておく isn't it? Put it somewhere. 取っておく。of course it means to keep it or to hold it. To like store something.Of course, in this case, more like securely. 取っておく. Of course, well, she looks like she kept it. Properly. 置いて手ある. 手ある. So I've kept it. Properly. I still have it. So hold on. I'm gonna bring it back. Let's see.
あった、これ。
あった、here it is. This one.
このパンフレットって。
So Tomori recognized what it was. So このパンフレットって this pamphlet.
トモリンと初めて水族館行った時のパンフレット。あの時なんて書いたか覚えてる？
水族館 again. トモリンと初めて水族館行った時のパンフレット。あの時なんて書いたか覚えてる？She still remembers it. トモリンと with トモリン初めて for the first time 水族館行った時水族館に is dropped to the 水族館 aquarium に行った時のパンフレットpamphlet that that I got when we when I went to the aquarium with you for the first time, that pamphlet. あの時、at that time なんて書いたか覚えてる？なんて書いたか、embedded question clause. What you wrote. 覚えてる？ Do you remember what you wrote? What you wrote, of course, on the pamphlet.覚えてる Of course, we had 覚える。覚えてる。覚える on its own just means to memorize or to learn something. I would say remember, but it's more like when it's used like 覚えている。Say condition. Yeah, so careful, it's not 思い出す。We compared the two a few times already, so I'm not gonna write it here. But 覚えている makes sense, isn't it? Because 覚える、to memorize something or to learn something, it's there in your brain, and then it keeps staying, continuously. So 覚えている. So it's been like that, talking about the state condition. So I still remember talking about the state. So 覚えて do you still remember what you wrote? I hope she remembers. ちょっと待って。
逃げてもいい。迷子。
So it comes back to that. Seems like she forgot a little bit. Anon-chan had to show it to her. So 逃げてもいい。迷子。逃げてもいい。It's okay. It's okay to run away. It's okay to escape. てもいい。It's okay. 迷子。Of course, 迷子ね。Lost child.
そう、私たちのバンド名。
She really wants to name the band ね。そう、like that's right. 私たちのバンド名ね。Our band name ね。
迷子のバンド。
Why did you say bando as well? Well, Taki-chan actually, mentions this too. But so Anon-chan, instead of suggesting Anon Tokyo again, she says, MyGo no bando, MyGo's band, lost band of lost children, or MyGo. Of course, this will change later. Of course, who names a band with the name band? That's weird. More like a prototype. Here we go. Anon Tokyo did it again. This is Anon-chan is like the protagonist. More like the second protagonist. 第二の主人公だね。Of course, Tomori is the main protagonist, but I think Anon-chan is the second protagonist. ね、第二の主人公。It's a very common thing for manga and anime. Having like the secondary protagonist to play like a key role, and that's totally Anon-chan. Anyway, 終わった。よいしょ。ちょっと待ってね。お茶飲んでいい？ごめん。お茶。おいしい。終わった。いやーもうね、今日もね、ずっとね、この 3D のね、3D のモデル作ってたからもうね、目が痛い。My eyes hurt because I was, working on the 3D model, and oh my gosh, like I gotta like really look carefully on the monitor. I had to like enlarge like every tiny bit, like pixel by pixel, and that hurts my eyes. だから毎日はできないんだよね。I can't really do that every day. I have to do it like every other day, or just do it, bit by bit. Like okay, half an hour today, or like an hour today. Otherwise, like it's not really good for my eyes. Anyway, but I've done like most of the like drawing and painting, like all the like little lines. Those are really hard because in the like 3D sphere, like a straight line is not gonna be straight, so it's like bent because it's 3D, So like I have to think about that, and I had to adjust like so many times to make it like straight or curved, when you think it's curved like in 2D, in 3D it's just like like bent. It's bent in a really weird way, so like I had to adjust it many times, and it's not pretty. Had to redo it many times, but look what I got. Anyway, 終わった。I'm done today. ねえ、ちょっと待って、めっちゃ疲れちゃったんだけど、ちょっと待って。おやまい、どこだっけ？よいしょ。 Let me see. あ、ケアゾ you're here? ケアゾ元気？今日仕事してないの？大丈夫？うん。聞きながらやってんのかな？うん。ちょっと待ってね。どれここにチャットがあってこれで見てるごめんね、なんかこれ動いてるけど、どこ行ったYeah, I'm not, yeah, you know the deal. I don't answer questions. You just gotta look at my check out my grammar directory where pretty much everything's explained. So I spend so much time on this channel and I'll be exhausted, you know? So thank you, Aiki, for helping. Anyway. The single black dot on the nose. Yeah, this is like more like moe style. Yeah, you know moe. moe style is like, you know, bocchizaroku とかね。So like, you know, they always just have like one black dot, and I did that, and with some shading, of course, around it. But my nose is not just a dot, actually. よいしょ。Christ. ごめん。Did I skip? ちょっとね。Incognito says hello teacher. Hello. ありがとね。ちょっと待って。Christ says good job. ありがとう。Mirai, thank you for the stream. You're welcome. Yeah, like working on those 3D you know, texture. We call it texture, like those, like, you see, like an anime kind of painting. It's very precise. Like if I mess it up, it's not gonna look right. So it really hurts my eyes. Like makes 2D, you know, 2D illustration so much easier. But you know, I still want to kind of apply 2D to 3D, and it works, but you know, you need to kind of adjust your kind of approach, you know, to make it work in 3D. Because as I said, one straight line is not a straight line in 3D, and it's like so much learning curve, literally. Anyway, hi. Cable ties, 結束バンド? Where do you get the time to do all this? Good question. I know. You know, before I used to get tired all the time, and I had to rest a lot to recover. But like since January, especially like since January, I'm like exercising more. Like I you know, I did exercise a lot too before, but like this year I kind of wanted to really build my stamina more. もっとね、スタミナをつけたくて、1月から結構頑張ってて、So since you know, I exercise a lot. Of course, I do take days off, you know, from working out, but yeah, like it gives me like more, you know, more strength, more stamina to do many things, and I don't really get that tired anymore. So I'm like, I do things in like short sessions. So for example, I might have to kind of, you know, make a video about this, but if I'm not motivated, I'll just set like a timer, and like I set it for like 10 minutes. I do like a 10-minute session, and I try to do as much as possible in 10 minutes. And then I also like keep like a record of what I'm doing. So if I finish like 10 minutes, I put a little sticker, you know, like on a notebook. And then let's say, so if I say 3D modeling or something, and if I do 10 minutes, I put a little sticker next to it. And then I repeat, you know, if I do 10 minutes, yeah, little sticker. If I do 25 minutes, then I put like a bigger sticker. And then that's like how I can visually see what I'm doing every day and what's not done and what I'm working on a lot. And it's like really easy to see. And I do that all the time. And that's how I actually get things done. そうなの。はい。Incognito says thank you again today. You're welcome. And Aiki again says thank you for the stream. You're welcome. And Valk says thank you for the stream. You're welcome. You guys are all nice. Cray says so cute. ありがとね。Great pun. You understood that? ありがとね。ムハオありがとね。Thank you for your hard work. No problem. My pleasure. And let me see. Only Vod says big thanks for your content. Enjoy watching from Russia. ありがとね。Thank you for saying that. And I don't know what time it is now, but it might be pretty late for you, right? But thank you for being here and you know talking to me. ありがとね。And I'm gonna go. じゃあね、今日はね、先生もいつもお腹減ってるの。So hungry. もうね、この時間になったら眠くて、そしてお腹減ってる。そう。食べてから寝る。もうなんかね、どっと疲れちゃって。そう配信始まる前に結構ね頑張っててI like usually wake up pretty early when I on the day of a stream and then like I do a lot of things beforehand so like I kind of collapse after stream そうちょっと寝てね食べたりするんだけどそうはいMeroy says bye bye, see you later. ありがとね。Cray says take care. I will. じゃあまたね。ありがとね。今日もね楽しかった。ねみんな週末ね楽しんでね。So have a good weekend to you all, and I will see you soon. ねまた来週